A history-making voice still floats through the house of the Metropolitan Opera. On January 7th, 1955, the curtain rose on Marian Anderson. At nearly 60 years old, she was the first black singer to have a lead role at the Met. Before Anderson, the company had only placed its spotlight on white performers.
This moment in history at the Met changed the face of opera in America.
Before she even sang a note, the crowd erupted into applause. Conductor Dimitri Mitropoulos had to stop the orchestra and wait until the noise subsided.
It's hard to imagine singing after that, but she had to compose herself.
Anderson's performance of Ulrica in Giuseppe Verdi's Un ballo in maschera had ramifications far wider than the Met's massive stage.
It also changed a musical genre internationally because the work that African Americans have done since then has changed the face of opera.
Where Anderson broke barriers, Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Janae Bridges is performing, honoring the woman who made her dreams come true.
When I first discovered opera and classical voice, she was one of the first voices that I had the pleasure of experiencing.
But it wasn't just her voice that inspired Bridges.
She inspires me to keep going, and not only keep going, but to continue with grace.
Grace and persistence defined Anderson's life and career long before she took the stage at the Met. Born on February 27, 1897 in Philadelphia, Anderson was the eldest of 3 girls. Her love for music was discovered at a young age at her family's church.
I was given a piece of music and told to take it home and look over it, and it was called Dear to the Heart of the Shepherd. Oh, that's long ago. I only remember that my father said, I'm not going to have them singing my child to death. It was absolutely wonderful. My first public appearance.
Her self-assurance and undeniable talent earned her the nickname of Baby Contralto.
She was strong-willed. She was very confident.
She harnessed the power of using her voice not just for bringing to life the notes on a page, but to change the minds of those who doubted her.
She shared her thoughts with people. She shared them in a way that that people could hear rather than being offended.
Even breaking expectations of famed opera teacher Giuseppe Baghetti, who was apprehensive to take her on as a student during her audition.
After it was finished, he said, I will make room for you right away, and I will only need you 2 years. After that, you can go anywhere and sing for anybody.
But touring during the Jim Crow era put many hurdles in her way, being turned away from hotels, restaurants, and stages because of her race. In 1939, the Daughters of the American Revolution denied Anderson permission to perform at its Constitution Hall due to a white performers-only policy, the incident highlighting the issue of segregation, setting off headlines across the country. President Franklin Roosevelt was soon convinced Anderson was worthy of a much larger stage.
75,000 massed before Lincoln Memorial to hear Marian Anderson colored contralto.
As far as the eye could go, directly in front of me, there were people. My heart was throbbing to the point that I could scarcely hear anything. They were there because a principal was involved, and they wanted to show on what side the fence.
It actually moved the needle a little bit on race relations in the country.
Anderson's voice is renowned for its strength and velvet tone, but also a voice that helped to change the tempo of our nation.
No matter your positions or your prejudices in life, you heard her voice and it was completely melted away.
For Bridges, Anderson's legacy is held close as she moves forward on her own path.
Having Marian Anderson in my, kind of sphere tells me that I'm not alone.
Bree Driscoll, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your community, click the subscribe button here. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.